Thank you. Good morning. Everyone hear me okay? So, finance. I've taken over the AFO position this summer and am now here to help process all of your assistantships, answer your financial questions with your graduate school. And on my other side, I'll fill in I assist the graduate school with all of their financial management and oversight and help the dean run the school day to day. I've been at WSU for about 9 years. I myself was a graduate student. I completed my master's of accounting here. And so I've always said that if you have any questions, whether it be financial or just a simple graduate program type of thing, I love having an open door and saying I'm a good resource for that. If not, I know a lot of people that can help answer that question for you. Jumping in, I'm going to quickly go through these questions and point out those specific things that I believe you should remember coming out of today, because I know you're going to have a lot of information thrown at you. So, assistantships. How many people have already enrolled for their classes? How many people have enrolled as full-time students in at least 10 credits to 18? Because if you haven't, your assistantship will not go through, and it starts tomorrow. So make sure you're enrolled in 10 to 18 credits. Complete your research conduct or responsible conduct of research training through My Research. And if you have questions about any of these things, feel free to email me or the graduate school or your advisor, your department. We'll get you the answers. Other criteria is maintaining your GPA. You're going to establish residency for U.S. students, and that will take a year process. And I've included a link, but on our grad student page, you'll be able to find out the process for establishing your residency. And then one other thing, when you first get here, you'll want to update your WSU mailing address. From there, before you start like any other appointment, you'll want to complete 9-9 with your department. And payroll, who's going to talk next, might touch this part, but updating your W-4 information and completing that with them, and maybe some direct deposit information. I'll let her finish up on that. Part of the assistantship does include service requirement, 20 hours per week. That's a half-time appointment. And that includes fulfilling the duties of the appointment and continuing your academic progress on top of that, which is your research, your curriculum, etc. Now, all these assistantships are processing right now. We're processing all of the graduate students, and waivers are posting, and it's all happening this week, next week, through the end of the month. Be on top of your student account, and your student account will update between now and the end of the month. By September 7th, if you don't see any changes, make sure you notify someone. Otherwise, something has gone wrong. There are benefits of being on assistantship, of course. You receive a stipend, your tuition waiver is included, which covers your costs there. And there are insurance for health and dental. And there is payroll deduction again popping in there. If we wanted to cover the breakdown of our tuition waiver and what it's actually covering, the full-time tuition being for in-state, around $5,000, less the tuition waiver, leaves us with residual tuition. That residual tuition of around $400 is rolled up with the mandatory fees of about $520, which equals the $955 that the student is responsible for covering. You can pay this up front at the beginning of the semester, or you can enroll and have payroll deduction cover it through your paychecks throughout the semester. If you have questions about this, feel free to reach out to your department, your academic coordinator, myself, anyone else at the graduate school, the payroll office. We can all help answer those questions for you and how to answer that for you. One other thing I do want to touch on, if you're receiving non-resident tuition and you do not have a non-resident tuition waiver, you will see this extra amount of $6,716 applied to your account. And if you do not believe that is correct, you are still responsible for paying that unless you quickly or take action to notify someone to make sure that you have a non-resident waiver cover it. So going back to dates that we need to cover, the first day of your assistantship is tomorrow, the 16th. You're effectively working for the university. That means that you can start meeting with your faculty to learn the responsibilities of being a TA or an RA. You might be assigned work from then on forward. And that is noticeably ahead of the start date, which is next week of classes on the 20th. The payroll deduction, the last day to sign up for that is the 4th still. It's the 3rd, thank you. But the late fee for tuition being, the late fee on your student account, you'll see that if you do have anything outstanding on the 4th. And again, I want to remind everyone, if you don't have any corrective action or corrections by the 7th, please notify your department, the graduate school, payroll, someone, so that we do not miss it and let it linger past or any further into the semester. There are other funding opportunities, scholarships, fellowships, and we encourage you to stay in contact, reading our Friday Focus, which Cheryl does a great job of communicating all of the opportunities from the graduate school to students. We do have a Facebook page, and our website stays up to date, and the scholarship opportunities will be distributed through these means as well. There are other opportunities on campus through Handshake, hourly jobs that you can look for. And then do contact your department, faculty, graduate coordinators to see what other opportunities exist. And then to get paid, just to reiterate, you must be enrolled in your 10 to 18 credits. You have to complete your responsible conduct of research training, complete your I-9 paperwork, and work with payroll to complete your W-4, your department, and direct deposit, to summarize. Any questions beyond that we need to address now? Or you can contact me or Casey, who's in the back, and we'll be there for a little bit, and we'll also come back when we have our work session or working group Q&A during the lunch hour. Thank you very much. Oh, one question. That's an excellent question. Payroll deduction will allow the mandatory fees and residual tuition of $950 or so to be taken proportionally out of your paycheck, so you don't have to pay for it all up front at the beginning of the semester. Anything else? Yes? You can do the whole year at a time. And you set it up through MyWSU now, I believe? Yes. There's going to be a whole bunch of detail about payroll deduction next. That actually is a great segue, unless there's any more questions, for us to introduce Vanessa from payroll. Oh. Direct deposit online? No, direct deposit is not. That might be another payroll question. Yes, sir. We can talk further, but the Social Security office is down in Lewiston, and I know departments have set up general mains. I think your best contact is going to be through international programs, though. And they have their desk or their table in the back right there, which they'll be a great resource for you. Sure. Anything else? Perfect. All right. With that, we'll have Vanessa talk about payroll a little bit more.